Okay, and then finally, your guy, Khabib
Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, exactly. I just said it. He was supposed to fight Eddie Alvarez. Conor stepped in. Do you think they're trying to keep Conor away from Khabib because he's a nightmare?
You know, I think that's been the case for a while now. A couple of the fights with Conor here, you know, the bat signal's gone up for trying to find a Conor an opponent. Khabib's always been there trying to get that fight. It's not a fight that, you know, Zuffa, the UFC or whatever wants. It's not a smart fight for them. Khabib is a monster. He's going to walk through everybody that he fights in this division, starting with Michael Chandler coming up here at 205. I hope Conor, you know, as much as I do like Eddie Alvarez, I hope Conor beats him and Khabib gets his chance at eating Conor alive in the next one.
So you think the UFC is keeping Conor away from Khabib?
Yeah, I think that's definitely been their business play for a couple of times. Maybe not specifically that's the goal, Conor away from Khabib, but anytime Khabib's name has come up with a Conor, it's been a quick no.
Who's the greatest lightweight ever in MMA?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I might go old school and go BJ Penn. Yeah, just because he was such a pioneer and how well-rounded he was. You know, his boxing was on point, his jiu-jitsu's always been on point, and I liked how he's always used unorthodox and top game of jiu-jitsu to prove dominance.
Were you disappointed that card fell out that he was going to be on?
Yeah, you know, I was bummed. I think it was a hard test for him to jump back into the Shark Tank with Ricardo Lamas at 145s. Although he is at Greg Jackson's camp, and he's not that old. He's had a lot of experience, a lot of fights. He's not that old. But that would have been a tough one, a tough welcome back.
But at the same time, I don't think BJ's ever taken easy fights.
That's true.
People say that, and then it's like, well, he's had about 35 hard fights. So, I mean, is it really that big of a step? Like, he's been out, but, I mean, he never had easy fights.
Yeah, and, you know, people will criticize him and how he looked with Frankie Edgar, but that's Frankie Edgar. You know, and he was doing whatever as far as training goes then. With him being at Greg Jackson, like I said, I think BJ could take anybody. And you know what? I would be surprised if it wasn't BJ that was asking for these hard fights, right? He's got that warrior spirit in him, so he's the one that was probably wanting him.